All right, where to go? Where to go? We're going to get everything together. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It's Grandma. Grandma's in the house. Grandma is in the house. So, welcome, welcome. Let's chat about anything we can think of tonight. Oops, I made a boo boo. Darn it. Yep, still working on viewer's choice. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Let's see. See if I can do this. I hate starting these rows. Once I get started, it's fine. But see, I just dropped it again. Darn it. Baby's just laying there. She got trapped outside while I was in the house looking for her. Scared me. Now she's in there pouting. I don't know why I saved her. I brought her in the house. There. Started. Well, I've been sitting here crocheting for a couple hours. Yep. Interesting. I was watching the news, and they started talking about that spaceship that's coming in. It turned on its lights. Did y'all see that? It's weird sitting here talking to myself. I think I'll just. Oh, someone I think just popped in. Maybe. Hello, hello, hello. How are you tonight? I've been crocheting now for a couple hours, enjoying myself. Eventually, people will be coming in, I would think. But yeah, you can be quiet in the back of the room. That's okay. All is good. I'm kind of excited about tomorrow if my daughter hasn't changed her mind, going to Costco. So there's always that. I've been thinking about it. Thinking about it. What am I going to get at Costco? I'm definitely going to get some hamburger. As if it hasn't gone up to $100 a package. Like everything else in the world keeps going up. 3. So I'm excited about that. Bye. No, that's wrong. What am I doing? Why am I making such silly mistakes? There we go. That's the right spot. So let's see. My list for Costco goes like this. Hamburg is a definite. Stew beef is a definite. Now, normally I pick up packages that's right around 30, 34, 35 bucks. So I'm hoping that's where that is. And got the steaks. I want to try to pick up more like beef type things so I can stay more on beef. And of course, I'll grab some chicken. I gotta take that out. That don't look right. That absolutely doesn't look right. Don't you just hate it when you're looking and it just doesn't feel right? You got to take it all out, even though it's really right. But you want to put your stitch in another place. 1, 2, 3. It should go right there. There we go. That looks better. So hello, mystery person in the room. Thank you very much for coming in. Even if you're just going to lurk, that's fine. Lurking's always good. So let's see, what else I want to check the salmon so I can get some salmon tomorrow. And the butter and the hamburger patties. And after this live, I'm going to go and make sure I can rearrange my freezer outside. But I think I'll have plenty of room in the freezer outside. After all, I did cook a whole ham. So there is that. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Nikki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see he was riding the bike today. Today. You didn't miss anything. It's just been me. I locked baby outside a little while ago. I'm going all through the house looking for her, calling her, and she had to have been locked outside for about 5 minutes. I am going to Costco tomorrow. We're going to do a Costco run tomorrow. My daughter's going to take me. Brandy. That don't look right. What is going on tonight with my stitches? I'm going to have to take all this out. I don't like that stitch either. So I want to pick up some hamburg and stew beef and check on a few other things. All right, that stitch is right. I like that stitch. Yeah, I know, right? That's the second time I ripped this out. Hi, Grandma. On the TV, it is hubby, and on the phone is me. So I'm double the views and likes. Well, that's awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So welcome, hubby. And a big Italian. Now see, that isn't right either. What am I doing? Take that out. I don't like how that's laying. The other ones didn't lay like that. Don't mind me, I'm talking to myself. I'm getting mad at this. I'll put it right. No, that's the same thing. That's where I would put it. But it doesn't look right. So I am going to put it, I'm going to put it right there. He's not here, but the TV is signed unto him. Ah, okay. That's a good idea. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, it says we have 6 viewers, so someone's lurking. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe. Who knows? uh, if you like chicken breasts, Costco has chicken breasts that are wrapped like 2 door piece of 2 breasts per thing. Wrapped like 2 doors. Yeah, I do. But I get a lot of chicken breasts that I got on sale a while ago from Kroger, our local grocery store. So I don't need chicken breast, but if it's a good deal, I might just take a peek. Hi, Grandma. I just started carnivore diet myself. Well, congratulations. However, I'm combining it with the, okay, yeah, you can do that. My starting date is August 18th, 2025, and I'm currently 270 pounds. Yeah, way to go. I've done the OMAD diet too. Just make sure that you eat plenty of, fatty meats. Yeah, there's times that I don't think to eat either. The second meal, I'm full. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. When I'm hungry, I'll eat. So I don't really have a meal time. You know how us Americans like to eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I gave that up once a day. OMAD, one meal a day. Some people fast. It's fasting. You fast. You just eat one meal a day. I used to do that when I was doing ketovore or ketovore. Grammatic here. Be happy. How many new subscribers? I really enjoy your concert and admire your determination. Do you have totally inspired me. Well, way to go. I'm glad. Yeah, I believe I saw your comment today, Bohemian Rhapsody. And by the way, I do like Queen. Let's see. Judy, Nikki, Bohemian. Last text was grammatically incorrect. I thought you was talking about me singing was it last night? Yes, last night. Oh, thank you. It's actually a short, I'll probably end up putting on a sweater before the end of the night. I put a blanket over my AC unit so it stopped blowing right on me. Um, it's only been 3 days and my back pain is subsiding and I can actually tie my shoes. Yay! I can't wait till I can tie my shoe. I wear sneakers with shoelaces, but I just use my sneakers as slip-ons, but they get too loose. But I walk in them loose, which I shouldn't, but my feet swell and I can't tie them. Hello, Kim. Yeah, you never know what I might do. Now, this live, we do it 7 days a week. We're very relaxed. We talk about all things, whether it's dieting, whether it's crocheting, whether it's, keto. We talk about anything. We even talked about aliens. And did you know that supposedly we have a spaceship heading our way? Just so you know, there's an update. It has lights. They turned on their lights. I heard that today. I didn't hear the whole thing, so I don't know. Yes, we have also talked about brown rice and poo-poo. We've been known to sing on this live as well. If people believe that we're the only intelligent life in the universe, then I don't know what. It's funny you say that because this morning before I went to bed, I watched part of a show of this guy who worked for the United States government. And he was an investigator of unusual things in the military, no matter what it was. It could be a murder, it could be all things. But one of the things he investigated was UFOs, but they're not called UFOs anymore. He said they're called something else, like abnormalities or something. And he pretty much came out and said now that he's retired, he can talk about things and that there were UFOs out there. So there you have it. Hi, Cindy. Not that I don't know. I've never seen one. So I'm not saying no. That I don't believe in them, but I'm not going to say I absolutely do believe in them. I just don't know. But I think if the spaceship is heading our way and it's got aliens in it, we're going to find out. Kudos on you, Cindy. Did you do that walk? Did you do the walk, Cindy? I know you were talking about you was going to. You're going to step out of the wheelchair and take a few steps. Let's see. I personally think it's absolutely ludicrous to believe we're the only intelligent life. Exactly. I can agree with that. You won't have to have Barbara Jean call me and see if I'm okay. Did I miss something? You won't have to, Papa Jean, call me. Oh, okay, okay. You did! Yes, Cindy. Yes, yes, yes. Way to go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Have you worn your Ask Me About My Explosive? You know what? I put my shirt down somewhere and I don't know where. I think I put it in the laundry. Both shirts because they're brand new. I wanted to actually get them washed with some because they were really like hard, but someone had to have brought them up because they're not in the laundry and they must have put them down somewhere. And I haven't been able to find either of those two shirts that was in the washer. So I have to look for them because I've been wanting to. I want to wear one of them tomorrow night. That's why I washed them. Made the Navajo fried bread and haven't eaten any of it as well. Okay. Good for you again. That's 2 victories today. Oh, wait a minute. SimCity. I have 2 shirts. One of them says, ask me about my explosive diarrhea. And the other t-shirt says, I'm a secondhand vegetarian. Cows eat grass. I eat cow. But I want to wear that explosive diarrhea one tomorrow night. I'm glad you reminded me because I actually forgot because I was told someone brought them up. They need to tell me where they put them. I don't see it on my chair or my other desk. Must be in the other room. I need to get you one that says, ask me about brown rice. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, is anyone wondering, or has everyone? I bet you everyone's already heard the story of the brown rice, so I don't think I need to repeat it. Grandma, I'm in the middle of cleaning bathroom. I'll be gone for about 20 minutes. Be right back. Okay. Well, I haven't heard the story about brown rice. Oh no. Well, remind me when you come back, and maybe I'll tell the story of brown rice. Not my shirt, but that is something Grandma Barbara has. Oh man, I gotta find my shirt. I wonder what happened to him. Yeah, well, that's not though. I have a nightgown that fell earlier. I thought it was my shirts. All right, I'll see you then. It's funny. You guys funny. Love it, love it, love it. Boy, I ought to make a special video. Just call it brown rice and just tell the story. And then everyone can just say, oh, you need to watch that video. That way there, Nikki, you can hear that video over and over and over again as you sleep. Maybe you'll dream about you having brown rice. Oh, too funny. So how is everyone? What you all have for dinner tonight? You like brown rice. And you eat brown rice. Oh, Tammy hasn't heard the brown rice story. Oh, jeez. You are all in for a treat, I'll tell you. And this is a real true story, too. This is not a made up story. This is actually what I'm about to tell you, but we'll wait till Bohemian comes in. It really happened. It's that could only happen to a woman that wants to lose weight and be healthy. This is what happens. But I'll wait. Grab all you gotta wait for. Yeah, that's how Nikki and I met. Was over brown rice. We met over a bowl of brown rice. And she hasn't left since. I mean, I probably would have run for the hills myself, but no. She said, I'm sticking with you. And what I had for dinner? Chicken. I had thinly sliced, like this, of ribeye steak. I had 2 more left in the freezer, and I said, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. And I had a couple of fried eggs to go with it. It was yummy. I took a picture of it so I can share that picture during my. Oh, I got to do a 4-week live. No, a 4-week video for Saturday. You had bacon and eggs? I haven't had bacon in a couple of days. I've been eating a lot of eggs, though. I don't know what it is. Suddenly I've been craving like hard boiled eggs type of thing. It's been like my go to. Now, tonight, I'm going to have to um, log off about 1:30 because I have to get up at about 8:30, 9 o'clock because I'm going to Costco. You haven't heard the story of the brown rice either? Oh my goodness. I thought everyone had by now. Well, you might need a stiff drink for this one. You may not even ever touch brown rice again. So, if you love brown rice, Robbie can haul your ass out of bed. Yeah, that's what I told my sister. And my daughter. I said, you can just wake me up if I'm not up yet. Once she left, I'm like, don't ever leave. Wake me up. Just because I'm sleeping doesn't mean I don't want to go. Just wake me up. Oh my goodness. So many people have not heard the story of the brown rice. We all thrive to be healthy, all of our life. I think it's one of the things we really dream about once we start getting a little overweight. We want to lose a few inches, get back to our slender self when we was a young teenager or when we got married. You know how you get when you're getting married, you go into this major starvation diet to lose those inches so you can be beautiful on your wedding day. Yeah, we all want to lose weight to get back into those moments again. Yeah, he's here till Wednesday. He leaves on Wednesday. So I only have him till Wednesday. So tomorrow night I got the live where we talk about victories. I'm going to read all the victories that's on the on the um, on the video. We're going to talk about those victories, my victories, because we really, when we're trying to lose, we really don't think too much about the victories. Yeah, okay, I lost a pound, but that's important. We're so concerned about, oh, I didn't lose the pound. Well, what were your victories up until, you went into a plateau? And those are the things we want to remember. Because a plateau is just momentarily, unless you've done something really wrong, like the night before you had a major party and you ate all the pizza and the cookies and the cakes. And now on ketovore, you can have, a teaspoon or two of peanut butter. So carnivore, it's peanut butter is considered a plant, and you shouldn't eat peanut butter. When I was on keto, I used to eat peanut butter. I didn't eat a lot, but I would take, what I took was I'd take the pork rinds, the plain pork rinds, and I dipped them in peanut butter. I'd take like a tablespoon of peanut butter, put it in like a small plate or a small little bowl, and I would dip my peanut butter, dip my pork rinds in it. It was so good. It was like eating a cheese cracker. I guess you could add that I got on the bike today. Exactly. That's a victory. You did something towards something that you wouldn't have done before, and getting healthy. Doesn't for me, I have to do the carnivore diet because there's a lot of things going on. Like I have problems with blood sugars and everything, and I want to heal. I got a lot on my body that I have to heal. So that's why I'm doing the carnivore diet. I want to heal. I want to start feeling better. Some people are just in maintenance. So when you're on maintenance, you can get away with having like, a little bit of peanut butter. I'm a strict carnivore while I'm on it until I get to that point I want to be. And then I'm gonna relax a little bit I'm thinking this. But then I'm gonna relax a little bit and probably do ketovore or keto. That's my thought process and all this. So I'm not like, some people are very strict. It's like forevermore. You're going to be on a carnivore diet. I'm sort of like, I'm on carnivore. Yes, I want to get super healthy and get to my goal weight. I might never make it to my goal weight, but I'm definitely will stick on it until I do, and then I might touch a little bit of keto. And who knows, by then I may not even want to go keto anyway and just feel so great I want to stay. Yeah, some people it's a problem thought and some people it isn't. But see, it wasn't really for me because what I was doing was I was doing one meal a day, but if I wasn't really full on my one meal a day, within a half hour, I had like an hour window. I might like have peanut butter and the pork rinds, or I might wait an hour or two and do like a 24, like a 20-hour fast and a 4-hour window. So I would have my one meal, and then I would have, like in about 3.5 hours, snack on the pork rinds and peanut butter. That's what I used to do years ago. Well, a couple of years ago. It wasn't years. But yeah, I actually measured mine out and I did a tablespoon. But mine was just to dip the pork rinds in. Sometimes I wouldn't even do a whole tablespoon. But a tablespoon is 3 even teaspoons. And that's the whole thing. Not these kind of diets, like carnivore, keto, ketovore, all those kinds of diets, it depends on you. What causes my body to go into a stall or cause inflammation doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to do the same thing for you. So everyone is unique in their own way. That's why you need to learn what it is your body likes and doesn't like. And you can find those out by stalls if you keep track of what you're eating. Um, Years ago, well, not years ago, last year when I was trying to figure out what it is that causes me problems, I ate just beef and eggs, nothing else. And I did that for about 2 weeks. And then I started to add things like bacon. Did bacon cause me any problems at all? And I'd eat bacon for a couple of days with just my beef and eggs. And then as you're adding stuff, I'm taking my blood, seeing if it spikes my insulin at all, or spikes my sugar or insulin. You know what I mean? What's my numbers? And what is it right after I eat it within 20 minutes? What's my sugar like in an hour? And I did that, and so I know, like, um, wheat really, the real wheat bread does not spike my insulin, does not spike my sugar at all. It's so some things can slow it down. And so that's what I was doing. Actually, that's what I was doing when I was doing the Mediterranean diet. So I knew that, okay, I can have wheat bread. I can't have the white bread because it spikes. I'll do white bread. And then after that was okay, and I did that for about a week, I added something else. What else can I have? So I knew I could have butter. I knew what the things I could have. So I was introducing things like an avocado. Avocado also did not spike my insulin sugar any. So that was good. So for morning, I would have a slice of wheat toast with butter, avocado. I just, but you have to learn. You have to know what your body likes and what it doesn't like. Someone else, that avocado might cause diarrhea, might cause cramps, stomach problems. I want to do the same thing as you, carnivore, to get my weight down and healthy, then slowly add in low carb vegetables and berries. Yeah. Now, berries that have seeds, like strawberries, that's going to spike your sugar less than a fruit like an orange slices, because fruit that has the berries, it's got more fiber in it, so it slows down the sugar spikes. You wouldn't think, because to me, when I bite into a strawberry, it is so sweet. And when I bite into a banana, I don't I don't think bananas are real sweet. So it's weird that the banana is going to spike my sugar, which it does, but a strawberry spikes my sugar a lot slower than the banana, but yet it tastes sweeter. Anything citrusy or tarty will cause me to have explosive diarrhea. So I've never been known to eat a lot of fruit. Can't have fruit. Can't have chocolate. And I love hot cocoa. I can't have hot cocoa either. Neither can my son Robbie. He's another one that can't have chocolate. Oh, you can't have chocolate either? It bothers you? Now, the dark, dark bitter chocolate doesn't bother me as much. So, I don't know. Do I always want to eat bitter chocolate? No. Oh, yeah, mine is just really, really bad stomach cramps, and I can feel it all the way through my intestines, and then it turns into really bad explosive diarrhea. My son Robbie used to get it so bad that I used to have to take him in the hospital. Once he had to be on IV because he got dehydrated. So he has it worse than I do. I can count, can you? No, I can't count. Nope. What are you making? Carnivore is not enjoyable to me. It is not enjoyable to me, but 60% of my arthritis has faded. It's still bad in my arms and shoulders and hands. So I'm scared to go off the carnivore. Yeah, I can get that. And that's the way I am. My feet aren't bothering me that much right now since I've been on it. And the thought of cheating and being in pain just doesn't feel right. Why would anyone want to eat something that's going to make their life miserable just for a moment of pleasure? I know. And that's been my thing. When I go into a grocery store and I see that a steak costs almost $20 for one steak, I am not going to eat steak every single day. That's too much money. Of course I'm not. So I'm eating things like eggs and, beef is like a treat. But I'm hoping that if I can go to Costco and get it in bigger packages, it's cheaper than what I can get in a regular grocery store. So that's what I'm thinking, my mind wise. I can get more for my buck. And when you're buying it in larger quality, when you're buying it in larger quantities, it's a little bit cheaper than if you just bought a pound of hamburger. If you buy it in a 10-pound package, it's cheaper. But then I break it up and I have it all month. I know. You remember when your mom said you can't have that cookie before bed? This is like that. I have the Costco memberships, but Brandy's on mine. So Brandy and I both have it. I thought about getting Sam's too, but when you get a Costco membership, they renew it automatically. I did not know that. It's like, yep, it's time to get it again. Well, we'll grab it. We'll grab your card. Don't worry. I don't have one. I used to go with my dad. Oh, okay. I wish it wasn't so far away. I've been thinking about Sam's Club because Sam Club is a little bit closer. I don't know how much closer though. I've never been there here in Columbus. But I'm not sure about their meat quality. I know I like Costco's meats. Yeah, that's what I've been told. It's not as good as Costco, so I haven't quite changed or anything, so hubby gets ribeyes at Kroger's. Yeah, they're just so expensive. I know our Kroger's is. I did get one that, you know how when it's about ready to expire, it's only got like a day left or maybe two. I did get a ribeye a couple of weeks ago that was on that I got for $11. So that's in my freezer waiting. I said I'll wait until I lose 25 pounds and then I'll eat it. Unless I get a good deal on steak tomorrow at Costco. Yeah. Do, 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 do. I don't think he likes the 500. I don't think he likes the 500 price tag when we walk out and he does complain. Yeah, I've gone to Costco and spent 500 before. I was like, oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, usually when I go to Costco, I'll go ahead and I'll start stockpiling. But Costco's got some yummy bread too. But I'm not going to buy any, not for me. Ah, yeah, I saw his notice that he wasn't going to be on tonight. Something about a doctor's appointment or something. Works out to about $15 each, and it's two meals for me. I kind of a little person. I can only handle about. Oh, okay. Or I'll gain. I don't count calories at all being on the carnivore diet. I didn't before when I lost 100 pounds, and I'm not going to do it now. That's one of the things about the carnivore diet that I love. You eat till you're full, comfortably full. You eat until you're full, and if you're not hungry, don't eat. I don't keep track of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like you were taught when you was a kid. You got breakfast in the morning, then you have lunch, then you have dinner around 5. I don't pay attention to none of that. I just eat when I'm hungry. And for me, I don't go over 2 meals a day. I keep it within a 4 or 5 hour window so that I'm at least fasting for about 18 hours a day. So usually before this, rotisserie chickens. I love the chickens. Yes. I'll buy probably 3 chickens tomorrow. Yeah, for $4.99, you can't get it anywhere else for that. But my dog, my baby girl, who's covered her house here with her blanket, she wants privacy, I guess. It's crazy that she's been doing that. Um, yeah, she just eats that. She loves her chicken. I don't count calories. It's a lot of food of meat. I try to do fasting. Yeah, I do at least 18, and then I think it's more like 19 because I'll eat about 3 in the afternoon, and then I'll eat just before my live. So I eat within a 5 6 hour window, and then that's it. I don't eat. I mean, if I'm really hungry, I'm gonna grab, like, I keep boiled eggs in the refrigerator and sometimes bacon. I'll just take an egg or two. But for the most part, I do fasting. I do believe in fasting with the carnivore diet. I believe when you're fasting in that window, your sugars get worked out. It's actually healing time. I believe that. And last year when I was doing the carnivore diet, there was times where I would do fasting in a 30. I've done 36 window fastings, and then go. But when I would go off from a 36 hour fast, being on carnivore, I would start eating again, but just do something like a chicken broth or a beef broth or whatever it was. I would plan it to make sure I had a broth to have when I got off the fasting window. Yeah, you don't want to stuff your face with, a pound of beef and a bunch of eggs. Yeah, that's what I do. I eat when I'm hungry. I just want to be sure that I'm listening to my body. I don't want to not eat if I'm hungry because it's not quite dinner time yet. It just seems kind of silly. I'm one of those carnivores who can't follow the normal advice of eat when hungry. I'm not hungry and when eat, I have to track, or I am way below 1,000 calories a day if lucky. See, you don't want to get below calories. I don't count calories, but if I know I'm eating light, then I'll start eating butter. If I can't, because fat will also keep you set, keep you full, keep you sated. I'm 1 meal a day. I fast 24 hours and eat a dirty carnivore meal every morning at 7 a.m. I'm very much similar to you, Grandma's night owl. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be out there walking again. A lot of people saying you shouldn't be walking that late at night, but you know what? That's like my daytime. It would be like probably the regular normal person's probably like 8 o'clock in the evening. You do that last bit, then you take a shower, and you go to bed. Y'all, I fasted 33 days. Water and black coffee. Fasting cures anything. Yeah, as a matter of fact, talking about fasting. When I used to fast, the reason why I didn't worry about it is because in Germany, it's actually part of their medical protocol, their insurance, of like fasting houses or clinics where you would actually go to and fast for 2 weeks, and they keep track of your vitals and all that stuff. You hang out there, you sleep there, and basically you're on a vacation from food. And they'll even feed you when you come off from that 2 week, 3 week, 4 week um, fast. They feed you, like a bowl of soup and that type of stuff. It was quite interesting. But supposedly it cures a lot of, asthma, a lot of things, fasting. And, a lot of people go on it to heal over something. And they claim it does work. The the health insurances in Germany do pay for it. Hello, Nifty. So is everyone curious about this brown rice that Nikki likes to bring up now and again? You're going to have to say, Nikki, where it was in the story that you first came into my room and heard it. All right, so here goes. All my life I've been on a diet. I've told that many times. All my life I've been on a diet, and I've tried every diet under the sun. Well, I got into this research and where can I lose some weight? And it says start changing some of the things that you're eating into healthier versions. I can't even remember what diet this was because I've been on so many. So I went from white rice to brown rice because brown rice is the healthier version of white rice. I did the same thing with my breads. It was go brown. If it's white like bread, go to the darker version. Do, wheat bread. Same thing with other things. Not white potatoes, go with, another version of another that's colored. There's, what do they call it? The sweet potato. Just go to the other version. So, okay, I'm doing this. So I have this recipe for white rice, but I'm going to use the brown rice for this recipe. And it's like hamburg and peppers and stuff like that. So I'm making it, and I got to work that night. I make a big batch, and I work 12s, and it was overnights. I work 12-hour nights, so I worked from like 7 to 7. And I have a nice, good sized bowl because you're there for 12 hours. You're going to eat every 4 or 5 hours, right? So I'm going to have at least 2 meals of this brown rice dish. And it was a good sized bowl. It wasn't a little tiny, tiny bowl. It was a good sized bowl, I'm telling you. And I ate that all night long. And I got filled up with brown rice, right? About 2, 3 days later, I am having really bad cramps. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And cramps so bad, you're keeled over type of cramps. And you're trying to poo, but you can't. You can't poo. You're constipated. Oh my God, was I ever constipated. All day I tried to go. Off and on, up and down. I tried every trick. You know how there's tricks where you can put your feet up on a stool while you're sitting on the it's supposed to help, ease that constipation when your legs are up. And right here. And I still can't go. And I'm crying. So I end up, I was a CNA, and when you're a CNA and you have an elderly person, because I worked in a nursing home, that's impacted, they're constipated. Yeah, rock back and forth. I do that too. To this day, I rock back and forth. I put my knees up, you know, and that's supposed to help bring it down, open you up, blah, 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 blah. But So as a nurse's aide, we had to go put on gloves and go in and disinfect somebody that's impacted. You go in with your finger and scoop it on out until you clear it so then they can, go. So that's what I wanted my husband to do. It was my husband and my son, who was like about 30 at the time, living with me. And I'm in the kitchen. I'm leaning over the trash can and I'm crying. I'm in so much pain. I said, honey, you're going to have to dig it out. He's like, oh, hell no. I said, you're going to have to dig it out. I got to poop and it's stuck. You got to get it out of me. My son's like, hell no. So he runs and gets my daughter, who lives in the next town over, brings her over, and she tried, but she was like grossed out and everything. So they took me to the hospital. I mean, I can't even sit anymore. I am in so much pain. And they didn't give me anything for it. They gave me an appointment to see this other doctor that's a butt doctor the very next day. So I still, the very next day, still can't poo. And I can't dig it out myself because I'm too big. I can't reach down there. I tried. Boy, did I ever try to reach down there and pull it out myself. I think I would have cut off my leg if I could. So now I go to the doctor's office. He still didn't disimpact me. Instead, he gives me this gallon of stuff to drink to totally flush out my bowels because he wants me to come back the next day to have a colonoscopy. I did. I drank it and drank it and drank it. The stuff is the nastiest shit I've ever tasted in my entire life. It was so bad. And then I started pooping. And I would go into the other room when I thought I was done, and I'd have to rush back to the bathroom, and sometimes I didn't make it. Well, eventually, I had poop running down my legs and everything, and rice all over the place. And I finally said, yeah, I got to take a shower. I've got all this stuff. It's like, so I'm done with all that, Tammy. You're good now. So I go to take a shower. I slip and fall out of the tub trying to get out. So now it's like when I hit the floor, more, more, because I tore the ligaments or whatever you call the whatever that's around your kneecap. So now my leg is all floppy. I can't get up. I can't move. I'm stuck in that space because it's just a little tiny bathroom. No one could open up the door. My son decides to call the fire department and rescue. So now I'm naked, drenched in rice and everything, stinking. And the fire department has to come and take down the door because I can't move. I'm lodged around the toilet and legs caught and all this. They bring me to the hospital. Nothing the hospital can do but give me a brace on my knee. And no one could clean me up or anything. And I was naked. So I had to, it was the worst day of my life. I Now you know so all that stuff happened to me because I was trying to go healthy. What a day, what a day, what a day. But the next day I did go to my colonoscopy and he was amazed that I had nothing left inside of me, so that was good. I think he said he found one piece of rice or something, I don't know, but he flushed it out. It was the worst day of my life, I'm telling you. It was the worst day of my life. The worst day. All because I wanted to go healthy. And this is why too, I'm trying to go healthy now, and it's like, all right, so what could possibly happen? Right now I'm walking. Am I gonna fall? Am I gonna fall? Break my leg because I'm trying to go healthy? It's always me that has a little bit of bad luck. So I'm waiting for that moment. And I walked in where they wanted you to pull your poop out. On this carnivore and old med diet. Yeah, I don't number two every day. Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. Some days I have explosive diarrhea though, but then I know it's because I've eaten too much fat, so then I cut back on how much fat that I am doing. And if I really am constipated, it's because you're not doing enough fat, and you got to increase your fat. So I will never look at brown rice again. Yeah, I don't allow brown rice in my house ever. Nope, it's not going to happen. I will never buy it again, ever. It's just not going to happen. Not in my lifetime, anyway. And Nikki hasn't left since. She's like, "Yep, I'm staying." But now you've all been, y'all know the brown rice story. I thought you guys all did anyway. Don't say I didn't warn you. It was. It was disgusting. That sounds like me when I stepped on the top step of a ladder. The ladder fell and I was hanging in the garage rafters by my boobs, yelling for help. Oh my God. I know, right? I was thinking the same thing. Quite the quite the visual there. Patty Weenie pictures, please. Yeah, we do have Discord, by the way. Yeah. You can always put pictures on Discord of your successes and Oh my God, that's so funny. We need pictures. We want to see Patty hanging by her boobies. Now, see, I told the most embarrassing. I told the most embarrassing thing that happened to me. I think everyone needs to tell a story of their most embarrassing moment, like Patty. Patty was brave. She says more to the story, though, so we got to wait for the rest of hers. But I think everyone needs to talk about the most embarrassing moment of their life. Okay, you'll go. All right, Patty, you continue to write yours and let us know the rest of the story. I'm waiting. Uh, we need to put all these in the Discord channel. One time last year when I first attempted the old man. Oh, one time last year when I first attempted the old man. Ah. I don't know why I'm laughing. Oh, crazy. The temperature was 100 degrees, and I hear my kids tell their dad I was out riding my bike. Oh my God! No. Finally, a neighbor came into the garage thinking I was stuck under a car and I had swung my legs like a pendulum. What a visual. One time last year, when I first attempted the OMAD diet, I did it for 39 days and decided to have a cheat day with food and alcohol. With Within 2 hours, I was frantically searching for a restroom because my ass exploded. Oh my God. So now Bet Patty's up on rafters and Bohemian is exploded shit all over the place. It was embarrassing and so terrible. Yes, that is so embarrassing. That's what you get for cheating. See, that's karma right there. I worry about having to call the fire department to pick up my hubby if he fell. He's 6'5" and 250 pounds. Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing. So little embarrasses me. I can't even remember a story. He's full grown. 6'5" though. Wow, he's a big, tall dude. Yeah, for some reason, conversations in this chat room tend to head towards explosive diarrhea at times. Tell, oh, Patty, is your story once you get up in the rafters, you couldn't get down and you pooped yourself? You had explosive diarrhea? A big Italian. Yeah, I seen a picture of you two on your YouTube page. I think it was you because I remember seeing the big Italian. Let me see. Oh, maybe I'm not going to be able to. Not let me click. Why won't it let me click on it? All right, what's on my keyboard? Okay, nothing. There it goes. Go to channel. Do 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 do. Yeah, he is taller than you. Very much taller. He's a whole head taller than you. You're so tiny compared to him. Oh, she's hiding in here. Baby. Baby, come see mommy. Come see mommy. You want to come see mommy? She's not impressed. Come see mommy. No, you don't want to come out and see mommy? She's hiding way in the back of her house now. I lose her a lot. Now, Robbie went over to my daughter's house, and he's hanging out with her tonight. Ugh, come see mommy. Come see mommy. Come see mommy. Come see mommy. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Ah. Mm. Yes, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. I knocked over all my crochet hooks. Mm. Yes, yes. Ah. The neighbor was under my car saying, "Where are you?" I said, "Up here." And they stopped laughing. Oh, no. Mm. Yes, I love you too, honey. Yes, I love you too. Over an hour. At least you didn't have the explosive diarrhea that Grandma attempted to add to your story. Yes, I have several rescue cats myself. I'm a huge animal advocate and lover. Yeah, I have two rescue animals that live here. I've got Baby and I have Money. Money's a pit bull. Now, I hate pit bulls. I've always disliked, I always felt I was scared of them. And then I met Money. And he is just a big klutz. He's so funny. He's so comical. He's actually my sister's dog, but sometimes I claim him as my own. Yeah, I love you, honey. I love you, honey. I don't know what it is, but every time I've had a rescue pet, they've always been so, so sweet. Almost like very thankful and appreciative. Almost like they knew. And maybe they do know. Sister or daughter? Sister or daughter? Did I miss something? Robbie's at my daughter's house. Oh, did I say sister? Is Money? Oh, Money's my daughter's dog that lives downstairs, Jenny's. Oh, did I say sister? I'm sorry. I must be thinking. I'm thinking about her. I guess I don't know why I'm saying. Of all my cats are rescues. They love me just as much as I love them. Aw. And that's twice I said sister tonight instead of daughter. Moral of the story: the notice on the ladder's right. The top step is not a step. Ah, our fur babies are usually from people who stay at our place leaving their pets. Well, Baby here was found. Um, well, I shouldn't say found. I stopped on the side of the road because someone was selling that riding cart that I have, because I figured it would be great for if I wanted to go to the fair or stuff like that. I'd have something I could sit on. And so I bought it. And then the old man said, I have a bunch of uh, actually, it was his son, had a bunch of Chihuahua puppies. And I said, "Oh, wow, really? Chihuahua puppies?" And he says, "Yeah, he's just giving them away. And I can tell you how to get there if you want to go there." So I said, "Yeah, I want to get myself a puppy." So we go back, grab my husband, and where we found her, I should say not him, her was in such deplorable conditions. It was awful. There was like about 8 or more puppies in a wooden box with no lid or nothing. And it was probably 3 feet by 2 feet and about 2 or 3 feet high. They couldn't get out. There was poop and pee, and food was just, there was no bowl, no water. It was just like this horrible mess where they were sleeping in their poop and their urine. It was just horrible. And I said I couldn't even stand next to the box because my eyes were watering. The smell was so bad. I had to take a step back, and I said, just give me one. Give me the smallest one, because I like having runts of the family. She wasn't actually the smallest one, but she was the only one that my daughter could catch, in this box. But by the end of the day, every single one of those puppies or dogs found a home. My daughter got on the phone and started asking people if they wanted one. They got every single one of them got a home. Yeah. Well, we took it upon ourselves to make sure every one of them within, I'm going to say about 3 hours, found a home. And they all got physical. She got a physical. She got her shots and everything because we didn't know if she had her shots or not. And it was just, I had to give her like about 4 or 5 baths because she smelled so bad. Yeah, we immediately told them that we would get connections, and we were on Facebook and doing everything we could to find homes for all them dogs. And we did. I was going to take, if they couldn't find a home, I was going to get another puppy. Well, another one. Right. Because that was just horrible, horrible, horrible. And Money we got, he was the next door neighbor's dog. And he was always forced to be outside. He didn't go inside. And if he was inside, they made him stay in the cellar. He never had food. He'd be out there for days at a time, no water, no food. And my daughter was bringing him over food and would bring over water for him during the day. She felt bad for him. And then finally they said they're going to bring him to the dog shelter. And being a black pit, he wouldn't make it. Well, during that time, my daughter and her significant other, he would go over and talk to him and play with him. They brought him into their yard to play with the other dogs, so they had already met each other. But at that time, they had like 5 dogs, so they couldn't have him. They came over and brought him over to our house. Said, "Would you please take me? Such an awesome dog." But he was so underweight. He was skin and bones. He was very food aggressive, thirsty. Oh my God, that dog could drink down a gallon of water. I mean, he was malnourished. It was unbelievable. But he got a vet appointment, got his shots. We didn't know he was neutered, so we knew he had some shots, but we didn't know how old he was or anything. But now he is now the weight that he should be. He's a little bit chubby. He's like about 4 pounds overweight, the vet said. He's got a little, he's a little chubby, but he is no longer aggressive for food, and he's not aggressive with water. He is spoiled rotten. He gets anything and everything. I buy him toys all the time. He used to be a shoe grabber and go run and bite on it. Um, I started buying him immediately bones and toys, and he no longer bites on anything. He's just an absolute perfect dog. Yeah. I mean, when you take in a dog that's right from their owner and they're all skin and bones, can you imagine a pit bull? You could see their rib cage and the he was so unhealthy. But he's been so appreciative. You can just tell that he just wants to, you know, to please. He just wants to please. When it comes to animals, I'm a total Karen. I will report any abuse. Oh yeah, if we didn't find homes for the whole story came to he couldn't have the dogs in the house, and he was going through a divorce from his wife, and the wife, they were living in a trailer with all the dogs in a box, but the wife left and didn't tend to any of the dogs, just left them in the trailer. And he went to go get some stuff and noticed all the wife had moved out and left all the dogs there. So he brought them in, but left them all in a box, but still wasn't tending to them appropriately. You want me to move that? Okay, let me move. Oh, you dumped out your food. All right, go on in. You can go back in. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of times if the shelters are full, they tend to hold back before doing anything, which is really sad, unless it's severe. And when we got baby, she didn't even know how to be a dog. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. She didn't know that you could just go outside and run freely in the yard. She didn't know about peeing and pooping outside. She wasn't trained. She didn't even know she couldn't even eat out of a dish or drink water out of a bowl. It was we had to train her to drink water out of a bowl. She didn't know how to do any of that. It's so sad, right? And when we got money, she got out of her shell a little bit and she started following around Money, and Money would eat out of a bowl, so then she would eat out of a bowl. He would drink water out of a bowl, so she would drink water out of a bowl. So Money pretty much had to teach her how to be a dog. So it's weird how a toy chihuahua and a pit bull could be best friends. It's cute. I'm in Ohio. Oh, let's grab the map. Let's grab the map. Oh, oh, oh. Let's grab the map. Arkansas. Judy, Arkansas. Arkansas. I gotta find a bigger map. I can't even see. I thought Arkansas was next to Texas. That's Oklahoma. Arkansas. Here we go. That's Judy and the big Italian. Let's see. Las Vegas. You're in Las Vegas? Wow. I used to go to Las Vegas a lot. Bohemian. Let's see. about to say, where is your Mac, Grandma? Where's your map? Yeah. Did I get everyone? Patty's from Ohio. Patty, you have to confront your neighbor. Unsupervised and rambunctious pets are totally unacceptable. Yeah, you're in Ohio. I got you on my map. Yeah, I got Tammy. Oh, I don't have you, Sin. Let's see. Iowa. Do I have you? Maybe I do. Iowa. It's pretty bad when I don't know where these states are. Sad, sad, sad. Iowa. I might be able to find Iowa. I need a magnifying glass. I need to find another map. Lisa. No? So we got 2 from Iowa. I think that's Iowa. Yes, that's Iowa. Oh, we got Cindy here. All right, Sin. John's. We're 3 miles outside of town, so not terribly close to neighbors. That's good. Our son says to carry pepper spray. Ah, I should. But I have my cane. I can beat him over the head. I'll bring my cane tonight. I live on a very quiet neighborhood for the most part. I don't know who the laughing people were last night, but for the most part, it's quiet. And we're all old people that live on this street. Tammy is in Canada. Let's see. I have Tammy Laba is in Canada. That's how you say the name, Laba. Manitoba. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, that's it. Manitoba. I get kind of nervous about calling animal control or putting pets into shelters because a lot of them, they are kill shelters. There's some shelters out there are non-kill, but there's some there that are kill, and I can't see, thinking you're rescuing an animal only to call up animal control. They put them in the shelter, and then they're killed in 2 months. Yeah, but you're in a big city like Las Vegas. I would probably in Las Vegas, although I shouldn't say that. We would go there to the casinos and we'd walk around at night. But we're walking around the casinos. I hope that it was safe. Maybe, probably not. It's a lot of crazy stuff that happens down there. My neighbor's dog deserves that. They bite people. Oh, they're mean. They keep Casey in the car until they go back over the fence. He's completely cruel. That's terrible. Our son said the first bite and he'll shoot the dogs. That's because people don't know anymore. I walk my Pomeranian and she scares off all who get too close. I probably could bring Money out with me, walk with Money. He would love it, going out for a walk. Money's so spoiled. To be honest, I don't think anyone lives there. I think they leave the dogs their food, then come by to feed them, give them water, and we live in 100 degrees heat and they're blackout rot. Simpson, that's because it's an ankle biter. Small world. Yeah, Oregon. Nikki and Cindy Van, I have your stuff packed. I just got to get to the post office. They're all ready to be shipped out, most likely tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow or Friday. I'll let you know when they're on their way. Yeah, I have to depend on another person for a ride, so I have to wait it out. But I've already told them I need to go to the post office. Not sure why everyone is saying where they are, but I want to make sure I'm included. Yeah, everyone is just saying where they're from. Doctor told me I list 32 since April. Yeah, I got that all done. Take care of. I lost. Oh, you lost 32 pounds since April. Awesome. 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 Ah, no numbers, please. No numbers. What do you mean, no numbers? Mm-hmm. I love you, darling. I love you. I love you. You want to get up here? You want to get up here? You want to sit up? I wanted you to lay in my arms. I wanted you to lay in my arms. She's like, nope, I don't want to lay in your arms. I want to sit on the side of the chair. Okay, okay, I got it. All right, you want me to bring this down? Cover you up? You want this? Get all cuddly? Get all cuddly? Yeah, and you can stay with mommy? Yeah. Mm. I love you too, darling. I love you too. Yes, I do. Yes, yes, yes. You're my pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're my pretty girl. Yes. You're my pretty girl. Yes. 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 Yes, you're my pretty girl. You're my pretty girl. I'm ready to go to bed. Y'all play nice. Nah, do we have to? Have a good night, Judy. Sweet dreams. Right? Sweet dreams. Yeah, sweet dreams. Are you a good girl? Are you a pretty girl? You're a pretty girl. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. I love it when you smile. Yes, I do. I love it when you smile. You're such a pretty girl. Yeah, you're such a pretty girl. I love you. Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. I do. You're my best friend. Yes, you're my best friend. Never play nice. Ah, sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of it. We might to disagree. Travel the world in the seven seas. Oh, we got 14 people in the house. Well, hello, all you people. Hiya's. Oh, I'm gonna crochet. I'm just gonna crochet some more. Yep, I'm never gonna get this done if I don't crochet it. Guys, guys, my bathroom floor is dry now that I have to restock my toiletries. 10 minutes. He's busy. He is busy. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah. You love me? Do you love me? I love you. I do. I love you. Yeah, you're my little pumpkin. You're my little pumpkin. This has this has been only recently that I can clean my house. I can vacuum the floors, mop, and stand to do dishes. This is a big change from just a few weeks ago. Nice, nice. Yeah, I usually do my dishes in breaks. I have been doing better where I don't have to sit in a chair and do dishes. So, but I do keep a chair on wheels in the kitchen, and I'll stand, do dishes, do some of them, and then sit back down and wash a couple more dishes and sit back down, or fill the dishwasher. But normally, I just do my own dishes. But there's still things that I have a hard time doing. This way, I hire someone to come in on Fridays and clean my house. Slowly. Yeah, that's great. 15 now in the house. Hello, hello. Welcome. 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 Did Brandy get off work tomorrow? Brandy is a stay at home mom. Jenny, on the other hand, works like crazy. I was rough and joining more minis and crocheting on my baby blanket. Oh, that's right. You're doing a baby blanket. Mm, I looked at it tutorial on a Russian join. It made no sense to me. Oh, I haven't looked yet. I keep meaning to. I still do my surgeon's knot. Hey, Barbara Jean. Hey, what you all watching? 1,281 dreaded yards. Oh, they were. Patty does a Russian. What was it? A Russian knot or something? Russian joining. So people are watching. I'm watching the boogeyman and the ship. You're watching the boogeyman and the ship. I'm watching the boogeyman and the ship to Grandma. That's interesting. Oh, you can't see me? I am watching the boogeyman in the shape of Grandma. That's great. Oh, funny. Oh, is that big? Is that must mean, yeah, it's turning into this nightly thing that right about midnight something happens and I go offline for about 5 minutes. What's on your phone? It's just fine. No, I do camera right on my computer, but must be my. Oh, the picture on the phone looks fine. I'm still laughing at Grandma's laughing at me swinging. Hanging by your boobies. uh, a patootie. I tell my kids, hang on to your patootie when you when I'm turning fast. Uh, Good night, Tammy. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Yes. 8 o'clock Eastern time. We talk about victories. I'll be reading what everyone wrote. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. I love you. What is this? Something wrong with your eye? You're making me nervous about your eye, darling. You've been doing that lately. Do you got a hair or something in your eye? Is your eye okay? Are you just tired? Are you just tired? Yeah, we're going to have to get your eye looked into if you keep squinting like that. Oh, you got sleepy. You got a sleepy. Yeah, you got a sleepy. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, I do. Is your eye bothering you, honey? Is your eye bothering you? Well, I feel bad if your eye's bothering you. I don't see nothing in it. No, I don't. I don't see nothing in it. I'm not seeing no eyelashes or hair. No, I don't see nothing in it. My victory is when the scale doesn't one at a time, please. I wish all this fat wasn't fat, but water weight, because water weight drops really fast. Hmm. You're such a good girl. Yes, you're such a good girl. Yeah. You haven't got as much mummy time as you normally do. No, you don't have as much mummy time lately. Did you get to tell Bohemian Rhapsody about the... Yes. Yes. He did, and so did a few other people. They heard it for the first time. I took my shoes off today to be weighed. Every ounce counted. Yeah, I'd make sure my glasses are off, my teeth are off, my clothes are off, my slippers are off, and I'm stock naked before I step on the scale. But that only means every time I have to be. And if I go to the doctors, I'm not going to remove my glasses and my teeth and my clothes. They don't even want you to take off your shoes. Yeah, some shoes they can weigh 5 pounds. I saw some guy standing on the scale in one of my doctor's appointments, and he was wearing those combat boots. It's like, hey, buddy, your boots probably weigh 10 pounds. That's what I should do next time I go to the doctor's, because it's like out in the hallway where people walk back and forth the scale. I should just start taking off my clothes, see if they say anything to me. My doctor let me as long as I wear socks. They don't give me a problem. Patty, I was just thinking about boob size. Hey, that's a way to lose some weight. I could get my boobs reducted. I don't care if I got small boobies anymore. Yeah, boobs slip off? No, it must be shoes. I was just thinking about boob size when doing some loop bitches, and then belly moved up more than I was able to dream of having some double D's. See, when you're my age, you could, be double D's, but they sag. They're like long, skinny sags, flat, like a deflated water balloon. Yeah, I was looking at one of my videos, and my shirt was fairly low, and it looked like and my boobs were sitting on my belly, and it looked like I had huge boobs, massive sized boobs. I was like, okay, even though it was my belly. Take a picture. Double travel, double double, double double, double double, double double, double double. God, have to read it. Oh God, have to read it. Rip. What are you working on, Nikki? You never did share that. At least I didn't see it. I think you're the whipped cream. The rip whipped cream. You're the rip queen. Two guesses. The first one don't count. Are you working on your sweater? You're Tunisian. The Tunisian? Yep. Uh, my breast reduction time, I was double J cup. Called the plastic surgeon. I didn't want to keep on going down to the end of the alphabet. Oh, sweater. Mine were pretty big, but after breastfeeding 4 kids, after having 4 kids, they're just hanging. As a matter of fact, when I lose my belly, they would have nothing to actually lean on. I guess I used to say, I'm I I used to say years ago, I'm just gonna get a forklift that I can, or a crane that I can plant on my shoulders, and then have something to go down and scoop and lift, like a breast lift on each shoulder, and just lift them up. But it's part of old age, I guess. One thing though that I like is sometimes I don't have to wear a bra because I just look flat chested. They're so they're so saggy. So that isn't too bad. So my brother referred to my bras as under the shoulder boulder holders. I like that one. Shoulder boulder holders. Uh, shoulder boulder holders. Mine over the shoulder boulder holders. I told my older sister she could wear a bra backwards and nobody would tell the difference. Yeah. How do we get on the topic of boobs? You brought it up, Nikki. You don't remember? Breast reduction time they took. That must have been a pretty costly thing. Third grade, you was wearing a B. They took off 3.5 pounds off one side and 4 pounds point something off the other. Wow. Why? So they weighed them and everything. Do you feel lopsided then if one is 3.5 pounds small and the other one's I mean, yeah, insurance paid for it, was medical necessity. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter has some lopsided. One's like an A cup and one's like a D cup. Might be a C cup. D cup. No, I think it's a D cup. A and a D. Yeah, we get. As she was growing up, I'd take her to the doctor and said, "One's not growing," and he said, "Oh, it'll catch up." A couple of years go by, and I said, "They're not. One's not growing. Oh, it'll catch up." That happens sometimes. Okay. I go with her to when she's having her first baby. I said, "Yeah, she gonna be able to breastfeed? One of her breasts never grew." And he goes, "Oh, it'll catch up." They never catch up. What are you talking about? She's now almost, well, like 36 or something like that. Still the same way. Oh, wow. Now, was it because of back issues or something like that? You scared me. Oh, you scared Mama doing that. Yes, you did. You scared me, honey. You scared me. You scared me. Yeah, you did. You scared me. I want to buy you a tutu. Would you wear a tutu? Would you? Would you wear a tutu? Like a little ballerina dress? 34, and I heard, wait a minute, did I miss something? Yeah, shoulder blade issues. I used to get 10. Oh, okay. 34, and I just 34, and I just heard a gunshot. Well, holy crap! I count to 34, and I just heard a gunshot. Is what that was supposed to say. Just took me a minute to get back to. Oh well, my daughter, she's like a manager at like a convenient type store, and they found a gun in the bushes out in front of the store on the store's property. So they called the police to come get the gun, and it was used for a double homicide. Isn't that crazy? She was telling me that earlier today. So they must have killed whoever they got, double homicide, but then hid the gun at her store. Yeah. Yes. It's definitely not the same when I was a kid. A totally different whole world. A different whole kind of place now. Ugh. You was born, that was the year I graduated high school. You were born and I was graduating high school in 70. I graduated in 73. Good years. So you were all part of the hippie, the hippie era, for sure. Yeah, I was too. When I graduated, I was 17. Wow, you were young. See, I could have graduated then. I could have. When I was 16, um, I could have, my next year we had to pick our classes. And let's see, or was that when I was 15? I could have graduated when I was a junior, because all I would have had to do was just double up on my English, because you needed 4 years of English, but that was the only thing I needed for my senior year was my English. So when I was 15 and going to be 16, I could have, and I tried, but they had to get my mother's permission. And she said, no, I don't want you graduating at 16 or 17. You have to, 16, you have to stay in school. So she made me stay in school for one English class that I could have taken. They already said I could do that. Take 2 English classes and graduate my junior year at 16 years old, but my mother said no. I was like, nah, nah. I'm a total hippie to this day, hence the name. I love Queen. I absolutely love Queen. And I love that song. Casey only had to pass sign language. When I graduated, we went by credits. I only needed 1.5 credits to graduate with. Yeah, I just needed English. I had to go a whole school year to do it because my mom wouldn't let me double up. Queen rocks. Yes, they do. A crochet that has a channel here in YouTube. She just got a yarn. What do you want to call it? A yarn collection after the Queen. She loved Queen so much that she named her yarn after Queen songs and stuff, which I thought was really cool. It took me a bit. That's funny. Doors do too. Love the Doors. Ooh, finished my workout. It's nice listening to you all when doing my movement, talking about when graduated. I did that in 79. Gee, we're all right around the same age. And then we have Bohemian is just a baby. He's just a baby. Yeah, Nikki was the baby, now Bohemian is. That we know of. That we know of. I get 10,000 steps in a day minimum. If I can't get outside to walk because it's Vegas and it's so hot here, I walk in place. Oh, that's a good idea. I was born in 55. I was born in 1960. So if a person wants to get back into crocheting, what's a good channel I can watch to get back into it? I would always say Juan the Yarn Addict because I love his tutorials. Let me get to it now. Post his channel. Other people might say something else, but I really like Juan the Yarn Addict. He's got some nice tutorials. I haven't watched them though in a week or more. I've been busy. I got to play catch up. Yeah, if you look on his channel, he has a section where it's tutorials, and you just find a tutorial, and he does some that's very beginner basics. You just got to look for them, like the basic stitches, and then he does tutorials of actual um, things to make. But there's a lot of channels out there that are good to learn. A lot of them have a lot of good channels to learn. I'm left-handed, so I have a little bit harder time. I posted it. If you look above that post, it's called Juan the Yarn Addict, and I put a link. Oh, Flawed Beauty is the youngest. Got a baby. Graduated 2016. Yeah, Juan is a very easygoing talking person. He's got a very soothing voice when you're listening to the tutorials. But again, there's other channels out there that are just as good. Yeah, see? Hooked by Robin. Do you have her? I like Juan, even though his tutorials are left and right handed. It was because I found him and I'm left handed. So it was good to see tutorials left handed at the time. So I could do some of he makes like a lot of different blankets and shawls and stuff like that. So I go to him to get tutorials on the blankets and shawls. But there's a lot of channels out there that do good teaching. I just happen to like him. I think it's amazing that you can make shirts and garments. It is similar to sewing where you can buy a pattern to make these things. Yeah? Yeah, there you go. There's another one. Yeah, I still haven't done one of those, Barbara Jean, corner to corner. But I would go to his to watch. He's got a tutorial for corner to corner. I've just been so busy with all the things that I do. I haven't made that one particular blanket yet. Once I get my sweaters and stuff off the hook, I'm going to make me a corner to corner. Oh yeah, Creative Grandma. She's good too. I don't know Hooked by Robin, but I know Creative Grandma and One the Yarn Addict. But yeah, she's really good too. I was gonna do a bunch of crochet tutorials, but with the whole thing with the carnivore and the crocheting and with babies, it's just too much to, and then having to plan out tutorials. So I said, some of it's gonna have to go on the back burner. But I had a couple that I started to do, but it's just too much. Oh, I misread your comment. I was asking, is it similar to sewn? Um, yeah, not. Yes and no. The patterns are totally different. The pattern when you're doing clothing, you have is like a strip of thin paper, and you pin it to the material. Then you cut it out. With crocheting, you just get the yarn, you get a material, and you're actually crocheting it. It tells you, you know, it'll tells you how many stitches you have to do per row. Sometimes it's just measurement. Like I made a sweater, a shirt, and it was just measuring across. I take another shirt that I like, that it feels good being on, and then I take a measure. Uh, you know what I mean? Something to measure with, not a yardstick, but something close. And I measure how many inches across. And when I'm making it, that's how many inches across I go and how long I want it. I'll put it up against me to see if I want it longer, like I was making a sweater. So I just kept making it longer until it fit me. The arms the same way. You measure your arms from your shoulder down to your wrist. Uh, it's hard for them to, because everyone's different. Yeah, measuring tape. Thank you. Everyone's different, so you just like if I was making a shirt for you, I would measure you to get how many inches your chest is, your back is, and that's what I would crochet. So the two things are different. And also you can find patterns that's like a size, say a size 20 or a size 10, and most of the time those things will fit. Me, I'm an odd size because I'm such a big girl that I could be a 5X, I could be a 4X, I could be a 3X. Depends on the clothing. But a lot of men are getting into crocheting, especially those that stay home. They want that something to do, and they can't, like do all the things like wood type crafts and stuff. So they get into crocheting. There's nothing wrong with it. You can make your own clothes, your sweaters, your scarves. Although I don't know if you need scarves and hats and stuff in Vegas. Does it get cold? I don't know if it gets. I've never been to Vegas in the winter. Oh, cold at night. I'd like that. We haven't gone to Vegas since COVID hit. We haven't been back. And things that we're seeing like on YouTube and stuff, sounds like all the casinos have changed. It's not the same. You've been in the airport at Vegas? Nancy showed 297 blankets? Wow. Now, Nancy, is Nancy the one that just got, that lives in like a camper trailer and has a new puppy? Her dog died? Yeah, this is Wednesday. I forget they go live on Wednesday. Yes, I retired early at the age of 46 after 26 years in the United States Air Force. Oh, wow. Nice. Have you ever seen any UFOs? I'm getting a bit excited about starting this up again. These sites will be keeping me busy. I'll probably be doing this more this winter. Yeah, I arrived here in 1997 and it's completely different from that time. It's totally different now. Yeah. Also, you have seen UFOs or whatever they call them nowadays because they changed it to something else. You know what's weird about UFOs? My daughter, growing up, she was petrified to sleep at night. She said that these creatures were climbing through her bedroom window with bright lights and and just was being like all weird about it. To this day, she still won't watch anything to do with aliens or anything. The way she talks, she's been abducted by aliens. I don't know if any of that's true. If it's just a child's memory or dreaming or, but I remember when she used to be fearful to go to bed. Oh yeah. We sold our house. Yeah, she might have been. We sold our house in Texas. We for what we bought for it, and then like 15 years later, we got 4 times more than what we bought it for. And then we came here with enough to be able to live on and buy a house completely for what we sold in Texas. We sold our house in Texas for $250,000. No, $500,000, not a quarter. $500,000. And we only bought it for 120,000. Now she's an adult. I don't know if she's, but yeah, she would not watch any. You know what, my daughter was teasing me about my walks at night. She says it's so creepy. It's like watching the Blair Project. You know that creepy show that came out in the early 2000s, the Blair Witch Project. I ought to make her one. Isn't that the house that you said that flooded? It's very possible because it was in the flooded area in Leanda by 183. So it's very, very possible. I don't know if it did. I am not sure. Yeah. Well, my daughter keeps saying that my nightly walks are freaking her out because it reminds her of the Blair Witch Project when they're all like in the dark, walking around in the woods. I need to watch that movie and then try to replicate it somehow during my walks to really freak her out. She was really freaked out by that movie years ago. I gotta see if I can somehow replicate that just so I can freak her out. Good night, Cindy. Sweet dreams. Sweet, sweet dreams. Of course, and anytime. We're here every night. Might be different times. Like I might have to leave early. Well, I have to leave early tonight. What time is it? All right, it's 12:16. I got about 45 minutes, and I gotta be up by 8:30, 9 o'clock the latest. So I gotta get some sleep. I'm excited about going to Costco tomorrow. Get some meats. I like this channel where it's just relaxed and just talk about anything. I get the kind of sleep I get the kind of sleep, and I don't have to go to my dad's till 11. And then I got to eat with them and then go shopping. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, I got some running around to do tomorrow. So it's a cool vibe. Who, me? Am I yawning? I'm always yawning. I even yawn after I've been sleeping. Yawn all day long. Yeah. Well, have you been hearing about the UFO flying saucer spaceship that's supposed to be heading towards Earth? Their telescope or whatever picked up, and they were talking about it today, that it now has lights on. It's like it turned the lights on, which I thought was quite interesting. Although I haven't watched the entire video of it because I caught it and them just talking about it, but no picture. You need to stop yawning, but no picture. We have never been alone. It is all drama free. That's what I like. And gotta love her. No picture of the spaceship with his lights on. Yeah, they did have pictures with the lights on. Ugh. Yeah, Mama's just trying to reposition. You're good. You're good. You're good, darling. You're good. You can get back to being comfy. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. No picture of the spaceship with the lights on. You know, they keep showing pictures of this object, but it doesn't look like a spaceship to me. Even the one that they showed today of the lights on it. It's just a blur to me, so I don't understand. I don't understand. But yeah, I've been hearing that they've been among us for a long time. There's so many stories. Okay, guys, I have to give my brother a ride to work. It was awesome chatting with everyone, and I look forward to the next live, which is Thursday night, which is tonight. Have a wonderful night, and very nice becoming acquainted with you. It's nice meeting you too. Hope to see you soon. Read the books by Von Daniken. The next live will be Thursday night at um, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and the topic is victories while on the carnivore diet. That's the carnivore one. And then after that, we come back about an hour or two later, and we go live for this. So 2 lives later on today. So start thinking about your victories because we're going to talk about them. I can't help it. I'm yawning. I'll be here. So glad I found your channel. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams. I read them while I was a junior high and high school. Oh, Chariots of the God. Chariots of the God sounds familiar. Yeah? Well, don't you just look so adorable? Just like that. Just like that. That's the AC. CAC. There was a movie by that title. It was about some Olympic runner. She's got okay, that's probably what it was. No, that was Chariots of Fire. Chariots of Fire. Too far back for me to remember. I used to before computers came out. I was constantly reading, and when I worked at the jail for those 20 years, if I weren't crocheting or I was in between, I've always had a book, or I had a book with me all the time, and I read. I read every night for the most part. I would take a break from crocheting, and then I would just read. I'm lucky if I remember my own name. Uh, well, we know you can't count. Uh, yeah. Wow. Wow, darling. Hello, darling. I love my pumpkin. I love my pumpkin. Yes, I do. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're my pumpkin. Yes, you're such a sweetie. I love you to pieces. Yeah, I do. In junior high and high school, especially in high school, I worked in the library and was always reading books on aliens for ESP. Wow, really? I used to take out a lot of books from my high school library on ESP type stuff. And I used to do like the meditation and try to do what is that called now? Where you can travel through meditation, out of space, out of body travel or something. I can't remember the name of it. I worked in the library, so I would not have to go out and do pep rally. Yeah. I met this guy once, years and years ago when I lived in Pennsylvania, and he really creeped me out. Yeah. But you're alive. You're not dead. But you can go someplace else. The military used to test it for years and years and years. Used it for spying on other countries. So it's a very well known thing. This one guy that he used to come over my house. I met him through another friend, but he used to start coming over to my house for coffee in the morning too. Yes, that's it. Astral planning, planning. Um, but he was telling me that he could do that. He could leave and do all that stuff and go anywhere, but he could do it past, future, and present. So I said, yeah, 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 yeah. So I said that. So I said tonight you need to tell me, XYZ. What am I doing at 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock, leave your body and come and check, see what I'm doing. I'll be damned if the next day on coffee he came in and he said about 11 o'clock you went and took a shower and then you laid in bed and read until you fell asleep with a book in your hand. That room that I had as my room had no windows. There was no way that he could have known what I was doing in my room and that I fell asleep with a book in my hand. He had to have done what he said. And that has always freaked me out. I don't even remember his name, but I remember him telling me what I was doing the night before. I had 4 kids, so I gave the kids the bedrooms, and I used a room that was really like a pantry that you would walk through to get into the bathroom or a spare room or something, but I had no windows. But it was big enough for a full size bed and a stand and a dresser. So I used that as my room, and I'll be darned that he didn't know what I did that night. It was really weird, sort of kind of creepy, isn't it? If someone could really do that, was he there when I was putting on my nightgown? Was he watching me take a shower and all that stuff? I've had some experiences of seeing things, even through dreams and stuff. Dreams that, is real, that really happens, that freaks you out. Like something and then you find out it really did happen. One show was a mind reader. She asked me if she could practice on me. Ooh, that must have been fun. That must have been interesting. So, how did it go? Do you trust me? She told me my sister was going to be visiting me soon. And I told her, yeah, in the summer. That weekend, my sister and her husband, Kimmy's dad, showed up. They like to scare that what out of here comes. Yeah, here comes the tongue. And yeah, she likes playing this little game. So when she tries to lick me, I kiss her. And then she'll look at me kind of funny and she'll stare. And then she starts to come towards me. And I go ahead and kiss her first. Ah, that is so strange. No, what out? Yeah, I know you love me. I know you love me. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. I love you. I love you, baby. I love my baby. I love my baby. I love my baby. I love my baby. Oh, is that a hiccup? You got the hiccups. Did they go away? Oh, 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 you still got the hiccups. You know what I like to watch when I'm not watching YouTube? What's that? Boom! Barbara Jean, the brown rice. I love you. Barbara Jean, the brown rice out of you. Yeah. Hmm. Cover your ear. Uh, yeah, yeah. See, Vicky knows. See, it always cures her hiccups. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such. That's mine. That's mine. You can't have mine. You can't have mine. You can't have mine. Yeah, we gotta get you. How about this? How about this? Can we do this? How about this? How about this? Watch, watch. No, you don't want. You don't. No, there she goes. Yeah, right. It's because brown rice here. You scare me every time. Yeah, whenever she gets the hiccups. Yeah, I like watching hunting shows and ghosts. But they never, they never really get to, you know, I'm talking about paranormal, not, like scary movies type of stuff, but where they actually talk about it. They have their, why is that so tight? What is going on here? Ah, there we go. You've been eating brown rice, have you? Have you been eating brown rice? It's your kitty. This is your little. This is yours. This is yours. You want your blanket? Oh, oh. I used to love to watch the Ghost Hunters. Yeah. And I watched the other one with the guys. There was one that I liked, and I don't know if it was the Ghost Adventures or what it was, but it was about this team that they would have a question like someone saw lights in the sky or something at a certain place, and they would go to that place and they try to figure out what it was. They would do an investigation. It usually was either ghost or UFOs type of stuff. And I used to really like watching that one. I can't remember the name of it though, but it was a team of them, like about 4 or 5. It was a female and then a bunch of guys. But as soon as I liked it, it was time to, that it was over. It was no longer a show. And I was like, well, that sucks. Then there's another one. You should watch the things on Skywalker Ranch. Not sure I've heard of that. Do you ever watch the children that have psychic powers? I like that one too, but I haven't seen that around lately either. Never heard of Skywalker Ranch. At least I don't think I have. Yeah, I used to watch that one. It had the guy with the last name of Coffee on it. I think his name was Chip Coffee. That was good, but I felt sorry for the kids. Oh, yeah, the kids one? Yeah. Yeah, some of them kids are really tormented. But I really liked that one with the investigations because it could be over anything. It could even be over Bigfoot or something was seen at a certain town, or and they would go investigate Bigfoot. I mean, to me, it was really interesting. Yeah, I can't remember all the names. He did the ghost. He did Bigfoot. He investigated all. Oh, okay. So that's probably one that I've watched. Welcome back, Nikki. It looks at you like Mommy loves me. It would be nice if I actually get to stay home all day on Friday. Nope, it's not allowed. You got to stay busy. Yes, my back has just about had it. Oh, remember, you got to take care of yourself too. You can't take care of others if you end up getting sick. I never watched their shows. I wish that I had because I think it would have been really cool. I mean, touch and go, mostly stuff on YouTube I watched. Was it just like a one show or was it a series or on the Travel Channel? They have no, he did it several episodes with them asking them, "Do you believe?" Huh. Dad always had something smart to tell him, but also he has a channel on the Travel Channel with his sister Kelly where they investigate. Oh, I did not know that. Interesting. What's the name of the Travel Channel? Do you know? I mean, the name of their show, I should say. I want to say usually shows on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. I feel bad, Sharon. Well, all of them really. Their dad passing away. Sharon just looked like she's just falling apart. She doesn't look healthy at all. was so sick in the end with that Parkinson's, that stuff like that. It really takes a toll on the family. My mother, only one who doesn't have regular TV. I I don't. I I have I have like YouTube. Um, I have my husband has all kinds of channels that we watch. We watch Amazon TV. We just don't bother. I pay for the internet and through Spectrum, and I pay about $50 a month. Now I was paying 150, and they went up to about 200, and it was for cable TV and the internet. And I had to pay attention. Do I really ever watch TV? And does the regular TV? And none of us in the house did. We always watched Amazon. We watched stuff on YouTube. What do they call that other one? Hulu, Disney. So we have all of those other, but we just do not. We do not have cable. We just get the internet and watch things through the internet. I have cable local channels and cable channels on YouTube. Yeah, we don't have that. Just that there's nothing ever really on TV that I'm interested in watching. And after a couple of years of paying for something that my husband and I didn't use, it was kind of ridiculous to be paying when they went up $100 and plus and more for the all that stuff. So we pay for what we watch pretty much. Yeah, I don't watch soap operas anymore. I used to. I'm mostly on YouTube. My husband's usually on Hulu. Hulu. Ew. Yeah, we're the only three here. Oh, now it says six. It did just say three though when I looked up there. Now it says six. Well, hello, you six. Yeah, I'm going to be logging out, guys, here in about 5 minutes. I still got to do my walk, and I got to take a shower and get to bed and be up in 6 hours, 6, 7 hours. Are you watching me very carefully? Are you watching me very carefully? Is that yeah, this is the last blue. I'm crocheting and listening. I'm getting tired now. Good night from the swinging Ohio chick. The swinging Ohio chick. I'm right behind you, Patty. I got to do a couple of things before I go to bed. Ooh. 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 I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Read what I wrote. Barbara Jean, when you go out to do your walk, you take your cane with you. It would help you if you stumble. Also, you can hit someone over the head with it. I will. I got my cane right there so I'd see it as I walked out the door. Thanks for the entertainment. I'm crocheting and listening. Yep, last of the blue one. I'll probably get it done tomorrow. And start on another color. Oh. Well, sorry that I need to leave early. And good night to all of you as well. Good night to you too, Nikki. Sweet dreams. Don't stay up all night, Nikki. You got things to do in the morning. Hugs to all of you. Night night. Here I go. Gonna push the button. 3, 2, 1. Here goes.